Alright, so today we will be stealth camping in the city. This is my home. I've been living out of this full time for a little more than 2 months now. I have been all around Utah already, but a lot of my time has been spent in the city, blending in with the concrete environment around me, trying to stay quiet and low-key, but also trying to find safe places to sleep at night. I'm sure you all know the weirdos come out at night, and yeah, it can be hard to find a safe place in the city. So today I'm going to kind of show you how I find a good place. So to pass the time in here while I'm hanging out, I like to find Wi-Fi somewhere and download movies onto Netflix. That way, especially when I'm out in the backcountry where there's no service, I have a list of movies that I can watch, or series or whatever. So that's awesome. I have service here, so I don't really need to watch the downloaded stuff. It's kind of what I do to pass some of the time. But mainly I just like to sit and enjoy the views of where I'm at. And just enjoy the peace and quiet. Get yourself out of here. Get on with your bad self, girl. Get on with your bad self, girl. All right, it is 9 o'clock in the morning. Give you an idea just how crazy packed this place got. Cars everywhere, sports going on, and nobody suspects a thing. Amazon guy's a boss. He's still there waiting for me. I guess the package didn't get to the right location. It was supposed to go to the Amazon pickup box, but I went to the actual 7-Eleven, so he's doing me a favor by sitting there waiting for me to come grab it for him. Yeah, there's a turkey out there. Dang, that boy got hops. He just hopped that curb. That turkey got hops. Got some storage boxes from Harbor Freight. It's kind of windy out here. Yeah, I got some storage boxes from Harbor Freight that are waterproof. $40 a piece. I started with 2. I just bought another one today that really cleans out the inside of my home. So I'm super stoked on those. You want to come out or something? Is that your problem? Trying to figure out how to get rid of this TV. I might just go find a random person somewhere and ask if they want it. It takes up quite a bit of space in my home. So we'll see what happens with that. I'd like to sell it, but it's kind of hard to be on the road and sell it quick and hold on to it just to make a little bit of dough. So maybe someone will get lucky and get a free Roku TV today. But for now, we're hanging out. I got to do a lot of traveling the last couple days, visiting family and whatnot, so it's good to have alone time now and have some peace and quiet. To the average Joe, this is just a park. This is just where you come, take your dog, and go home. From my perspective, it's a little bit different. This is my home. This is my backyard. It has been pretty dang hot the last couple days, getting up into the 90s. So I decided to get into higher elevation. We are now looking down on the town of Bountiful. So we're gonna hang out here for the next couple days, just to stay out of the heat. She needs a bath real bad, and she just rolled around the dirt, so. At first I had this installed inside the truck on that table there, but I didn't really like cooking in such a small space, so I don't cook in here anymore. Well, I had a pretty terrible night. It's really windy, but it was pretty cold, and I went to turn on my diesel heater, and it turned on for a little bit, but then I woke up again about 2 hours later, and it wasn't showing that it was working properly. So I I checked on the tank and everything, and it was dark, so I couldn't really tell what was going on. So I hit my flashlight on the tank, and it was completely empty. And I just filled this all the way up. It might have been to about right here or so, but all of that fuel drained out onto the carpet. Thankfully the hose disconnected and kind of laid over there. Most of it went outside the car and on the ground, but diesel just soaked into all of my carpet. I had my laptop and my skateboard right here that just soaked all of that in. I'm unsure if my laptop still works or not. I'm gonna assume it does. It didn't leak right onto it. It just soaked it all up. But man, this was a pain in the butt. Oh man, so that diesel smell, it was not going away. So unfortunately I had to tear out the carpet around where it spilt. I know that some soaked up on here just a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about that little spot, but the majority of that was just completely soaked with diesel. Like, this thing is bone dry, and I just filled it up before I went out that night. So, you know, that's what, almost 2 gallons of diesel spilt all over the floor of my home. So not very fun to have to deal with. But learn from my mistake and just make sure your connections are good. Unfortunately, now I have to redo the flooring in my truck, but I was planning on kind of doing that anyways. Overnight was super cold last night with no heat, and I had to leave everything open because of the fumes. Yeah, this is exhausting. This is not easy. This is not an easy lifestyle at all, especially when you're doing it in the city. It's different when you're doing it, you know, out in the back country and whatnot, but in the city, in the heat, with a lot of weird people around you all the time, you're just always on edge about the next thing that's going to happen.